Welcome back to Morning Joe. Emily Brzezinski, my mother, is an accomplished artist known for her monumental wood sculptures. For more than 3 decades, she has searched the globe for felled trees and breathes new life into their hollowed knots and cracks. And at 82 years old, she still uses a chainsaw, an axe, and a chisel to create her masterpieces. Benish Brzezinski was certainly not like any of the other moms I knew, not even close. Do you remember us being very embarrassed by you?
All the time you were embarrassed by me. I think it was very difficult for children to grow up with an artist mother. I mean, they really did want it, like for instance, Mark really wanted me in high heels, otherwise I'm not a mother.
How do you differentiate between playing the role of a wife and a mother and an artist, and is there a difference or a priority when it comes to the identity of you as a person?
Well, for me, I do what's in front of me, what is the most important. I prioritize, and usually everything works out just fine.
Really? Really? Did we ever compete with your desire to do your art?
No.
Really?
Somehow things don't get into each other's way.
What about Dad?
Oh, that's a different problem.
That problem was managing the role of a White House wife, since my father served as National Security Advisor under President Carter. While he didn't always make it easy, he knew he had married an artist who would then become a wife and a mother, but who would never leave her trees behind.
It's always been in her. It always wanted to come out. But she had a lot of other things to do. Children, a kind of preoccupying husband.
Really?
But she persisted, and she's been very creative.
He helps me too, because for me, he is the common man. And I say, what is getting across in this vision? And he tells me very honestly what he thinks. And sometimes I don't like to hear it, but he tells it to me, and that's what I appreciate.
My mom may be her own toughest critic.
I can't say that I'm proud of my work, but I like some of it more than others. And like, for example, I like this Lazarus. For me, this is a very appealing figure.
Emily Brzezinski is so passionate about her work that she spends most of her time across that bridge from her kitchen in McLean, Virginia, climbing down those very steep steps into the studio that has been her world for the past 40 years.
I was working in large size before I built the studio. And then I realized this could no longer go on. You know, it was just too awkward for me to work on these big pieces.
What drives you to spend that kind of time in the studio?
Well, I think first of all that what drives me is a dream, an idea. But the second thing is I just love to be in my studio, and I love all the sawdust and the smells that come from the wood. It's something which is really very pleasurable. This is a very instinctive process. I don't think too much when I'm cutting. I just go at it. And whatever shape presents itself, I just do what is needed. Not much rational thought goes into it. It's exhilarating. Yes, actually, when I get going on the work and the work is going well, I do get exhilarated and I enjoy it. And it leaves me feeling, I guess the word would be a little high.
While she may consider herself a wife and a mother, it is the artist that brings her to life.
All the lines and all the striations and the deep cuts were done at the last minute in a very kind of emotional effort. I'm very happy with the sculpture.
Her newest piece, entitled Lament, debuted at the Thrive Conference with Arianna Huffington just last month.
I think the lament is a very powerful statement.
My favorite.
Is it too?
Lament is my favorite.
It's so mystical and yet so powerful.
But I think you like the arches because you like standing under the arch and it frames you.
Well, that's, you're now addressing my ego. I'm trying to compress it.
My mother's sculptures now line the landscapes of cities around the world, and in her new book, The Lore of the Forest, her 60-year career can be found in pages and pages and pages of the secret shapes of trees, her life's work. I have to tell you that all my life, I can't say in the beginning, I got this. I can't say when she was like climbing trees on my school property, I fully understood the scope of this. But as I've become a wife and a mother myself, and I saw how she defied, quite frankly, she defied gravity to be able to find her way to thrive, I can't be more impressed with any other person on the face of this earth than my mother, Emily Brzezinski. Thank you. What are you trying to do to me? My mother's book, The Lore of the Forest, is out this month, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. Again, The Lore of the Forest. And Alex and Scutro, thank you so much. Clayton and Lewis as well. Up next, the Morning Joe Weekend Review. We'll be right back.